Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian, and you're back, and it's great to have you. Listen, we started yesterday talking about winners. And I talked about how winners have a different sort of mindset in terms of winners understand that there's a price that must be paid in advance for success in anything. And they identify that price in advance, and then they get busy paying it. If you look at the top performers in any and every endeavor, look at the top professional golfers, and the discipline and the work ethic with which they practice and train and practice and train, they understand that there's a discipline that is required there. They understand that there's a sacrifice that is required there. There's a price that must be paid. Look at the people that have had the top results in your field of sales or marketing or network marketing or whatever industry you happen to be in. If you look at the people that make the most money and have the greatest amount of success, you'll notice that they probably do things that other people don't do. They probably market in certain ways or put in certain hours or work late or make house calls or give their clients their personal cell phone number or whatever. Things that a lot of people might not do. And you ask yourself, do they do those things because they're so successful, or are they so successful because they do those things? See, winners do daily. They make a habit of doing every day what unsuccessful people are just frankly unwilling to do. I run a network marketing organization, and I noticed that when I do things on Saturdays and Sundays, like training calls and things like that, there's a certain contingent of people that will be on all of those calls. Interestingly enough, those people are having the greatest levels of success in our business. They're the ones that are making all the money. And that there are people that say, "Oh, I can't get on a call on Sunday, man. Football's on. Cowboys are playing, man. I can't get on a call. Cowboys are playing." All right? Okay? And those individuals, coincidentally, are not having the same level of success as the others. Yes, it's a sacrifice, but we all have DVR. Put the game on DVR, do 30 minutes of training, and come back and finish it. Whatever. My point is simply this, that a lot of folks try to put the chicken before the egg. They say, hey, listen, if, when I start having a lot of success, then I'll go out and buy myself some nicer clothes so I look better. Or when I start having more success, I'll start doing more advertising and promotion of my business when I can afford it. When I start making more money, I'll start taking more trips to go to conferences to learn more about my trade. Guys, it doesn't work that way. The sacrifice always comes in advance. And winners, instinctively, they know this. Now, whether their parents taught them this, whether they experienced it personally and they internalized it, it became part of their philosophy on life. I don't know. I can't tell you. For some of us, it's learned, and for some of us, it's natural. For me, I believe it was learned. There was a time when I was not willing to do what it took. Today was Sunday, man. It was football Sunday. The Cowboys were playing. They played at 10 o'clock this morning. Do you know what I like to do? I work hard all week. I have I have a full-time job. I run a full-time business. I have a speaking, coaching, and training company. I'm writing a book. I'm very, very busy. I do a lot of things, but what I like to do on Sundays is on Sunday afternoons when the Dallas Cowboys are playing, I like to sit on the couch and watch the game and drink a beer, and I don't do anything else, right? But I'm playing in a charity golf tournament tomorrow, and so I'm going to be out of the office and off the radar for the entire day. From 7 in the morning to probably 5 or 6 in the evening, I'm going to be out playing golf at Del Mar Country Club in a charity golf tournament. I'm going to be completely out of the picture. So I knew that there's a whole lot of things I would normally get done on a Monday that are not going to get done tomorrow, so they had to get done today. So today, even though the Cowboys were playing, now I did watch the game. I watched it intermittently between doing some other things, working on some software stuff, working on updating my systems for getting out information to the organization. I also ran 5 miles on the treadmill while I was watching the football game. I didn't sit on the couch and drink beer as much as I would have loved to do that, but at 10 in the morning on a day when I know I'm going to be completely out of the picture the next day, there's just no room for that. I had to do some things today during that time that I did not necessarily want to do, but see, I understood that they needed to be done, and that's why I did them. And what I'm noticing is, as I get around, I wouldn't have always made those decisions. Does that make sense? There's a time when I would have said, well, I'm sure Cowboys are on, dude. Forget it. It's football and beer time, But I've changed my perspective on some things because I enjoy a certain level of, or I enjoy to experience a certain level of success, and I want to experience that over and over and over again. And so I know that certain things have to be done. When you begin to discipline yourself to a greater degree to do the things that you may not feel like you want to do, but that you know need to be done, you begin to experience greater results in your business and your life. So here's my piece of advice is find someone who is where you want to be, whether it's your health and wellness, your fitness level, your relationship, your spirituality, your business, your finances, your whatever the case is. Find someone who is where you want to be and emulate their work habits. Emulate their communication habits, emulate their speech patterns, emulate what they do, find out how they spend their time. I mean, is this an individual that will take the entire Sunday off to watch football? Maybe so. Maybe you're in that kind of industry where that's possible for you. It wasn't possible for me today, but that doesn't mean it's not possible for you. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. But you need to take a hard look at what you do in comparison to what others do. You know, if someone at your office is having significantly greater success in their sales career, but you'll notice when you show up to work, they're already there, and when you leave, they're still there every day. Well, maybe you go home and don't do a whole lot. You go home and, hang out and watch TV or just, do whatever. But you're wondering why you're not in the same place. Well, guess what? Go ask them. Hey, I notice you're here longer hours than I am. What are you doing during that time? Is that what's making you more successful, or are there actions you're taking during that time that's making you more successful? I promise you, people that are having high degrees of success in whatever areas that you want to pursue are more than happy to share those principles with you. They want others to experience the same success that they're having. So ask around, because winners have uncovered a formula for doing things daily, what most people are unwilling to do. And that's why they're not like most people. They're extraordinary, they're above average, and they're unique. But you and I, we all have the potential to get there. We just simply need to adopt the same sort of philosophy of doing what needs to be done as opposed to what we feel like doing. And that's the dose.